Hey, what's up, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a 30-minute slow flow stretch-based class. For this class, I recommend having a yoga block, but if you don't have one, that's totally okay. So when you are ready to get started, I will meet you back on the mats. Let's start laying down on our back. Grab your block or pillow, and then lay all the way down, placing the block underneath your sacrum or low back, making sure it feels good there, and then straightening your legs out long. Let your toes point out towards the side so that you're in external rotation in the legs, palms face up. Slightly tuck the chin in towards the chest and slide your shoulders down your back. Readjusting as you need here, closing your eyes down and starting to just tap into your body and your breath. Taking deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feeling your spine start to release here, especially the lumbar, the low back. And allowing yourself to land here. Eventually moving to Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out of the nose. Finding a slight constriction at the back of the throat to make the breath audible. And that will warm the body from the inside out. Let's take one more breath here. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Gently draw your right knee into your chest. You can blink your eyes open and release your fingers along the shin and gently pull the knee towards the right armpit. Stretch your left leg long, maybe flex the toes and feel that stretch on the front of the left leg. One deep breath in and deep breath out. And then from here, we're just gonna take the right knee over towards the left. Try to keep your right hip down, stretching the IT band, the outside of the hip. And then moving back through center, straighten your right leg up to the sky. Hands can be along the thigh or the calf, and gently drawing your knee in towards your chest. Knowing that we're very early in practice, so you might feel a little bit tight like I do, and that's okay. Keeping a slight bend in your right knee. And then releasing the knee back into the chest, switch it out, right leg goes long. Left knee comes in, interlacing the fingers, and then flex the right toes, send the heel away from you, and lengthen the right leg as you pull your left knee towards your left armpit. Beautiful, and then taking the left knee gently over to the right, so it's like a half twist. Try to keep your left hip rooted, and just start to feel the stretch in the outside of the left leg. And then moving through center, straighten the left leg up to the sky, and then find your clasp. Toes are flexed, soft bend in the left knee. Gently starting to open the left hamstring. Beautiful. And then from here, just draw the left knee into the chest, and then draw the right knee into the chest. And then lengthen both legs up to the sky. Point the toes to start, and then flex them. And then point and flex. A few more times like that. Legs are lifted, starting to drain the blood from the feet and the lower half of the body back into the heart and the torso. A couple more times. Starting to feel your calves and your ankles warm up. And then coming through a sort of neutral position, so not trying to do anything with the feet, And then just roll them in circles. So they can go in the same direction, they can go opposite. You can just flap them side to side. A little bit of movement into the ankle joint, switching the direction. Beautiful, and then meeting the knees or the legs just straight up to the sky. We'll just hold here for a few breaths. You can take the hands onto the belly or by the sides, whatever feels good. Continuing to reverse the flow of gravity here. Waking up the legs. And when the blood flows back into the heart, into the torso, it gets reoxygenated as it moves through your heart. Beautiful. And then from here, slowly bend the knees. And then step the feet back down on the ground. Be gentle with yourself. You might feel tingly. And then push into the feet. Lift the hips up to remove your block. Keep the hips lifted and then interlace your fingers underneath you for a bridge pose. Slide the shoulders together, starting to feel a stretch in the chest, the fronts of the shoulders, as well as the whole front body here. So pushing into the heels, thinking about lifting the chest to the sky. Beautiful. And then from here, release the fingers. Come down one vertebra at a time, nice and slow to your belly, or to your back rather. Windshield wiper the legs a few times. Just finding a little twist. And then coming through center, draw your knees in towards your chest. Rock up to a seat, cross the legs, find a tabletop. So stacking your wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Soft bend in the elbows. We'll take a couple of cat-cows. So next inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. And then exhale, push, round, drop the head. Again, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more like that. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Let's add the legs. So kick the right leg up as you cow pose. And then drive the knee into the chest, cat round. Inhale, lift. And exhale, pull. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull. Find that lift. And then reach the left fingers towards the right foot. Maybe make that connection, find a tiger pose. Kick your foot into your hand, soft bend in your right elbow. Gaze at one point for balance. Big breath in here. And big breath out. Beautiful. To release, straighten the arm and leg. Take the left hand down. And then step your right foot to the back of the mat. Slide the left foot out behind you. Come onto the right foot. And then reach the right arm to the sky, find a modified side plank. Next, inhale, reach your right arm overhead, big stretch in the side body. On your exhale, lift into a gate pose, right hand down the right leg, left arm by the ear. We'll flow like that a few times. Inhale and exhale. So stretching the side bodies. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Staying in your gate pose. Really reach the left fingers away from you. And then from here, gaze towards your right foot and then turn the toes to face the back of the mat. Knee in line with the toes, baby side angle. Right forearm to the thigh and then spin your chest open to the sky. Keep reaching your left fingers away from the crown of the head. Take a big breath in here. And a big breath out. Beautiful. And then from here, circle the hands down and around, coming down onto your palms, and then straighten your right leg long. And then come down onto your forearms. So a little stretch for the inside of the right leg, the right thigh. Let's bend and extend into the right leg a few times. Beautiful. And then come back through center. We're going to keep crawling forward. And as we do, left toe spin back, right leg lifts, and then cross your right leg behind your left. Take your feet wide, and then send your hips back towards your heels. Reach the arms forward. So stretching the hips here. Gomukhasana, child's pose shape. And then let's take it all the way to the back of the mat. Flex the feet. You can walk them even farther forward. Full Gomukhasana. Reach the arms up to the sky. And then drop your left hand down. Start to work it up your mid-back, and then bend your right elbow, take hold. Maybe this is too much for you, and you just find a tricep stretch. Left elbow is bent, capturing your left hand, or your left elbow with your right hand. Chest is broad. Pull the lower ribs in as you lift your heart even more. One more big breath. Beautiful, and then slowly release the arms. Plant the hands back down. Sweep your right leg long, and then step it forward in between your hands, find a lunge. Press your hips forward, and then lift the arms, low lunge. Back toes are untucked if that feels okay on your back knee. Hips are square to the front of the mat. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, try to use no hands and straighten the right leg as you take the arms back behind you. No hands, half split. Inhale forward. And exhale back. One more, inhale forward. And exhale back. Beautiful. Think about reaching the crown of the head forward. And then from here, take the left hand down inside of your right shin. Sweep your right arm forward and then open to a twist towards the right. Right leg is still straight. Take a big breath in here. And a long breath out, twist. Beautiful. Right hand releases. Bend into your right knee and then just step it back to a tabletop. Let's do that on the other side. This time, kick left foot up as you cow pose. Exhale, pull knee into chest, round the upper back. Two more, inhale, kick up. And exhale, pull. Last one, inhale, kick up. And exhale, pull. Beautiful, kick the left leg up. Stay here, square the hips, and then reach your right arm back. Maybe you connect, hand to foot, tiger pose. Soft bend in the left elbow, and then kick foot into hand, opening the heart center. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Beautiful, releasing arm and leg long, and then plant your right hand, come onto the inside, and then the whole left foot, slide your right foot behind you. Inhale, open up to that side plank shape, left arm to sky. Take a big breath in here. On your exhale, lift up into your gate pose, left hand down, the left leg, right arm by the ear. Inhale, side plank. And exhale, gate. So good. Inhale, side plank. And exhale, gate. Let's do one more just for good measure, just because it's fun and feels good. All right, let's hold this gate pose. Think about reaching your right fingers towards the back of the mat, really lengthening right side body. Big breath in and out. Beautiful. From here, gaze towards your left foot. Turn the toes to face the back of the mat. Bend into your left knee. Left forearm to the thigh, baby side angle. Right arm is still reaching towards the back of the mat. Think about pressing your left knee out towards the left. Opening the inner thigh and outer hip on the left leg. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Beautiful. From here, just circle your right hand down and around to the ground. Straighten your left leg and then spin the toes to face the long edge of the mat. Come down onto your forearms. Little stretch for the inner thigh. Let's bend and extend left leg a few times. Beautiful. And then from here, continuing to walk forward, spin your right toes back and then lift your left leg, cross it behind, Gomukhasana, child's pose. Right knee on top of left, reach the arms forward as you send the hips back. Think about lengthening the crown of the head forward. Remember to flex the feet here to keep the knees safe. And then let's send it all the way to the back of the mat. Coming up to sit, reach the arms up to the sky. This time drop your right hand down, bend into your right elbow, take it up. towards the shoulder blades, and then bend the left arm and take hold. Sitting up nice and tall, and then leaning back into this stretch. Toes are still flexed. Take one more breath here. Big breath in. And long breath out. Beautiful, releasing. Taking the arms back up to the sky. Hands come down. Right knee stays down, left leg goes long, and then step your left foot through in between your hands. Bend into your left knee. Toes are untucked on the back foot if that feels okay in your body. Next, inhale, lift up into a low lunge. Press the hips forward, so we're stretching hip flexor on the right leg, outer thigh on the left leg. Big breath in here. And then exhale, no arms, half splits. Option to put the hands down if you need. Again, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, press the hips back. One more inhale. And exhale. Staying here, taking your right hand down, and then reaching your left arm forward and up to the sky. So finding a twist in your half split. Slight bend in your left knee, and think about stacking your left shoulder on top of your right. Take a big breath in, and a big breath out. Beautiful. From here, releasing left hand back down, walking back forward, planting the left foot, planting the hands, taking it back to a tabletop. This time, find a child's pose, knees together, or knees wide rather, toes together. Reach your arms forward. From here, let's walk the hands over to the left. Take your right hand on top, stretching your right side. And then moving through center and over to the right. Left hand on top, stretching left side body. And then moving through center, palms together, bend at the elbows, take the hands behind the back of the head, maybe inching the elbows forward for a deeper stretch in the triceps. Beautiful. From here, releasing the hands and then coming all the way up to a seat at the back of the mat. Come to stand on the knees. Press the hips forward, tuck the tail slightly, draw the hands to the low back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Think about lifting the heart up to the sky, take a breath in. And then exhale, a mini camel pose, mini back bend. So instead of leaning back, think about reaching the chest up to the sky and feel that length in your whole front side body. Keep drawing the elbows together behind you. We're also getting a stretch in the fronts of the shoulders. One big breath in here. And big breath out. Inhale, neutral spine. Plant the hands down, tuck the toes under. And then hands come to your heart or hands stay on the ground. Come to a little squat at the back of the mat. So heels are lifted and the heels act as a little seat for you. Knees pulling in towards the midline. Little stretch for the feet. Try to lift the heels as much as you can. Gaze at one point for balance. And then from here, we're going to try to stand up with keeping the heels lifted. So hands stay at the heart center. Push into the balls of the feet. Knees stay together. Come all the way up to stand. Heels stay lifted. And then reach the arms out to the sides as you start to fold forward. Hinging at your hips, drop the heels down to the mat. A couple times, sway side to side in the hips, maybe shaking the head out. Beautiful. And then from here, coming through center, slide your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale to puff up the heart, and then exhale, drop the head, reach the fingers forward. You can shake it out a few times, drawing the palms closer together if that works in your body. Option to take hold of opposite elbows here as well. Beautiful. And then releasing all the way back down. Hands to the ground. Walk it out to a downward facing dog. Plant the hands, walk the feet about hips width distance. And then sway the hips side to side, maybe pedal out the legs. And then come to a still place. Next, inhale, roll forward one vertebra at a time to a high plank. And then exhale, bend the knees, push the hips back towards the heels, straighten the legs, down dog. 2 more spinal rolls. Inhale forward and exhale back. 1 more, inhale forward and exhale back. Next, inhale, lift your right leg up, and then exhale, step right foot forward. Inhale, high lunge, reach all the way up. And then take your right hand to your left wrist. Breathe in. Exhale to bend over towards the left, stretching right side body. That feels so good. Think about keeping the chest spinning open towards the ceiling. Deep breath in here. And deep breath out. Inhale to release the grip. Exhale, warrior 2, spin the back heel down. Inhale, reverse, reach your right arm back. Exhale, side angle, right forearm to the thigh, left arm by the ear. Press your right knee out towards the right as you spin your chest up to the sky. From here, take your left hand behind you into your left hip crease, or into your right hip crease. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Next, inhale, triangle back, but keep that bind. Reach your right arm back. And then exhale, bend into your right knee, skandasana, back of the mat, or front of the mat rather, with the bind. So left hand is in your right hip crease. And then come all the way down. Try to keep that bind if you can. Reach your right arm to the sky, and then thread it inside of your right knee, down and around. Maybe it meets your left hand behind you. Take a big breath in. Exhale, try to fold over your left leg. Reaching the crown of the head forward. Feeling length in the back body here. Beautiful. And then from here, coming all the way back up, taking your left hand behind you, sweeping your right arm by your ear as you press your hips up into a little wild thing shape. So left leg is straight, right knee is bent. Push into your left hand. From here, coming all the way down and around. This time, left hand goes down towards the left foot, maybe taking hold. Right arm reaches by the ear. Big side body stretch. 1 breath in. And 1 breath out. Inhale through center. Turn towards the top of the mat. And then keep your right leg as it is, right into a pigeon. Just square the hips towards the front of the mat. Flex your right toes. Big breath in. Open the heart. Big breath out. Fold. Beautiful. Flexing the right toes. Maybe taking your block, using it as a little pillow. Maybe it goes underneath your right hip. Many options for you to make this pose your own. If this doesn't work for your knee, figure 4 is a great substitute. Beautiful. And then you can stay here, or you can move with me into a twist. We're going to twist to the right. So walk your right hand outside of the mat, and then take your left elbow to the top of your right thigh. Push into, so make that connection, and then find that tension, the left elbow pushing into the right thigh. Maybe you can reach the right hand to the left palm and then press in. So deep hip stretch, deep twist. Let's just take 2 breaths here. Beautiful. And then coming through center, gently release right hand. Then left hand, lift the chest. Then plant the hand, sweep your right leg high, 3-legged dog. And then bend your right knee, stack your hip. Wild thing, right foot down, left leg stays long. And reach your right arm towards the front of the room. Beautiful. From here, unwind. And then take your right foot, cross it over your left ankle, down dog, figure 4. Just a moment here. Big breath in, and long breath out. Release, right foot down, resetting, down dog. And we'll switch sides, left leg goes up, and then step through in between the hands. Inhale, reach all the way up. High lunge, crescent pose. Left hand, right wrist. Breathe in. Bend over to the right, breathe out. Or to the left, breathe out. So now we're switching right side body. Hips square to the top of the mat. Think about drawing the right hand closer towards the left side of the room. Keep a deep bend in your left knee. Big breath in and out. Beautiful. Inhale, release the grip, come through center. Exhale, warrior two. Spinning the back heel down. Inhale, reverse, reach back. Exhale, left forearm onto the left thigh. Reach your right arm by your ear. Finding length, bend deeply into the left knee, push into the outside of the right foot. And then find that half bind, right hand comes behind you into your left hip crease. Beautiful, take a big breath in. And a big breath out, opening the chest to the sky. We'll take one more cycle of breath here. Beautiful, keep the spine straight in left leg, triangle back, breathe in. And then exhale, bend into the left knee. Come all the way down, Skandasana. Hand can meet the floor. Try to keep that bind. Come all the way to a seat. Beautiful. And then reach the left hand forward. Down and around, connect with the right foot. Flex the right toes, take a deep breath in. And then fold over your right leg. Reaching the crown of the head forward towards the right foot. Feeling this length in the back body and a stretch for the left hip and thigh. Beautiful. From here, releasing, taking your right hand down behind you. Sweep your left arm by your ears. You press your hips up into this funky back bend. Left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Releasing the same way you came in. This time, reach your right hand to your right foot, taking hold. Reach left arm by the ear and then find that connection, perhaps. Maybe walking your left foot a little bit closer. So full side body stretch on the left side here. Think about pressing your left hip down. Beautiful, and then coming through center, turning towards the top of the mat, keeping the leg as is for your pigeon. Squaring the hips, flexing your right toes, or your left toes rather, squaring your hips off, lift the chest, take a deep breath in, and then fold over your leg. Maybe making a pillow, maybe lowering all the way down. Inviting you to make this your pose. So how does it feel in your body right now? And how can you deepen it? Maybe that just means taking really deep breaths. Maybe that means shifting the body in some way. But remembering that you always have the power to choose to decide what works for you and what doesn't. All right, those of you who want to stay here, go ahead and do so. If you want to move deeper with me into a twist, we're going to take the left hand out to the left, and then take your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Push into it, make that connection, and then maybe you can connect left hand to right hand. Keeping this pigeon pose, pressing the palms together, feeling a deep twist in your back body here. 2 breaths here. Beautiful. And then when you're ready to unwind, left hand goes down, right hand goes down, open the chest, and then both palms down, tuck the back toes, lift the left leg. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Wild thing, left foot goes down, left arm by the ear, press up. And then release, unwind. Take your left foot across your right thigh. Flex the toes, down dog figure 4 just for a moment. Beautiful. And then releasing into your down dog. Right away, come down onto the knees. Make your way onto your back once again. We'll finish with a shoulder stand option to grab your block and just do a waterfall again. So palms go down by your sides, knees come into your chest. And then I like to start by pulling the knees into my chest, taking the hands to my low back. You keep your neck nice and straight here, chin away from the chest. Walk your elbows in. And then once you have your hips about in line with your shoulders, straighten one leg and then the other. So the goal here is one long line. Lots of pressure on your neck here. So again, move with your own breath and make this pose work for you. So again, we're draining blood, reversing the flow of gravity. So good for circulation, digestion, resetting our nervous system. You can point and flex the feet a few times here. Beautiful. And then let's take the legs wide into a straddle, just challenging our balance a little bit. Take them back together. Right leg goes back, left leg goes forward. Back together. Left leg goes back, right leg goes forward. Back together. And the knees bend in. Either take the knees to the forehead or straighten the legs behind you, plow pose. I think this is my favorite pose ever. It feels so good. Hands can stay at your back or interlace together down at the mat. Maybe palms just press down. Again, many options for you to choose what works for you. So we're stretching the back body here. Tucking the toes under if they meet the floor. Stretching the hamstrings. Let's just take one more deep breath here. And then when you're ready to release the palms down and then nice and slow. One vertebra at a time, all the way down to your back. Draw your knees into your chest. We'll take one final twist. Right knee stays in, left leg goes long, and then twist right knee to the left, gaze to the right. Big breath in here. And long breath out. Take about 2 more cycles of breath here. Can you make them the deepest breaths you've taken yet today? And then moving through center. Knees in. Right leg long, left knee stays, and twist. Left knee to the right, gaze towards the left hand. Draw your left shoulder down. Let's take the last breath together. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Beautiful. Drawing your knees back into your chest. Rocking up to a seat. This is a great place for Ishavasana if you have the time. If not, then you can finish with me. But if you do have the time, I totally recommend it. Coming to a seat, taking your hands to your heart center. As you close the eyes, sit up nice and tall. Slide your shoulders up to your ears and then all the way down your back. We'll take a final breath together to seal the practice. But right here, right now, can you take a moment to give yourself gratitude for showing up, for doing something for you today? And then take your deepest breath in. And deepest sigh out, let it go. Hands travel to the forehead center. Together we say namaste. Beautiful, beautiful work today. Thank you so, so much for being here with me as always. Make sure to like and subscribe, comment if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one.